Oh, we're all sick of hearing about it, we're all sick of seeing it, and most importantly, some of us are actually sick with it. Which is why I, the greatest mind ever, has decided today is the end of this, and I will fix everything. I can't tell who's more ethically wrong in this situation, me for joking about it, or this game for, you know, taking advantage of the situation. But yes, welcome to COVID the Outbreak, a game that actually lets you take out Corona and actually fix it by developing a cure, I assume. I haven't looked too much into it, and you know what? I feel like I got a good chance of dealing with this once and for all. You might be asking, how exactly am I qualified for the job that I have been given today? And it's pretty simple. I am a YouTuber. I have an ego so inflated, I could use it to power a rocket to fuel us off this disease-ridden planet. Oh. Okay, already that's a lot of information just kind of thrown at me, and my doctor appears to have no idea what's going on. Alright, so I've not played this game before, so I'm kind of winging it my first time around, and straight away we got some diplomats we have in some strategic countries, very important ones, like the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia. Apparently that's an interesting one. We also are dealing with the infection, obviously, which has sprung up in Australia, and if there is one country I, would think would go ahead and end the world, it would probably be the Australians. Alright, so things are objectively already pretty terrible. We got 9,000 people infected, 164 dead, but we do have 100 people that are currently immune. Money's fine, medical stuff, that's great, and we're building our headquarters over here in Romania, which has quite a few people with a bad cough. Already, I gotta say, there's a lot to this game. Every time I click something, there's about 5 other things to click, and for the first time playing, this is probably gonna get very messy. Oh, that's just peachy. Virus mutation. Okay, yeah, that's why. Don't worry about it, guys. I got this one under control. Oh, okay, yeah, I wasn't paying too much attention to Mexico, and I feel like I probably should be paying more attention to Mexico. I'll do a smart thing, just start closing the borders of Mexico where I can. You don't need schools, don't worry about that, Mexico. You should be more worried about the fact you're about to collapse from this deadly disease. Alright, gonna be real with you people of the world. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just sort of, throwing everything I got at the wall and hoping something sticks, but that just kind of adds to the realism of the situation under our global leaders. Oh jeez, I am sorry, people of Australia, I am not doing you any help whatsoever. Also, I'm running out of money. Well, I've ran out of money, technically. This is not a lot to really save the world on right now. We may have hit that 1 million infected, but think about it, 12,000 people are now immune. So, technically not all of humanity might go extinct, just a large amount of it. Oh god, there's so much I can build in New Mexico, but I don't know what's gonna help. Standard treatment, that's 10,000! I didn't have 10,000! There's a lot of things wrong in the world. There's a lot of things wrong in the world that I need to fix somehow. I'm struggling to. Some people think that you can catch a new coronavirus from eating Asian food. What? I'd have died months ago. No! I don't want to be that guy and all, but if anyone's got any spare cash down the side of the sofas anywhere, I hate the fact I'm having to beg for money while I'm trying to save the world. But I could really use some dough right now. Okay, I found the decree that allows me to do a bit of fundraising. That's right, I'm trying to fundraise saving the world. Welcome to my ANCAP society. That's right, I've started my crowdfunding to save the world. You can check me out on Kickstarter, guys. You wanna save the world? No? Just gotta reach my target of more than $1,000 a month. God, I don't even want to know if I want to save this world where I have to crowdfund saving everyone. Do you guys subscribe to my Patreon or you'll die? We're doing all right there. There's 2 million people that aren't with us anymore. They are just, but there's 200,000 people that are with us, and another 7.5 billion that we don't use. There's 18 million infected, but don't worry about that. I don't want to say I'm doing a bad job, but I think the game's trying to tell me I'm not doing the best of jobs. I was kind of tempted to give it a little reload, start again, but you don't get any reloads in real life, and things aren't too terribly, just a lot of people infected, a lot of people dead, a lot of people cured, not a lot of money. and everyone's starting to panic. Hey, good news is I got a security unit down here in Central America, and they are beating people up so they don't panic harder. That's right, I'm beating the panic out of them. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty sure these big red bubbles are starting to get a bit bigger. Just me? No, that's fine. Alright, so I can get towards 3,000 science points. I can go ahead and start trying to work on a vaccine. I'm not too sure if that's kind of pointless at this point in the game, or if there's still something to salvage. Alright, okay, society has broken down in Romania. What exactly is... Well, you got 1.5 million people infected and 819,000 people dead. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna have to beat some sense into you. Okay, scratch that. I can't even beat these guys into submission because I haven't quite researched the ability to beat people into submission. Oh god, okay, America's got some pretty bad growths on it. I'm kind of worried about this. You know what, so I can't actually beat anyone into submission. If I do go ahead and just take my little security unit or another specialist into a different country, they do actually reward me, even though I'm not doing any actual beating. I am kind of working on that vaccine, but it's very slow, and I don't think there's going to be much to cure by the time I'm done. I don't know if it makes you feel a little better. They haven't got to Iceland yet. Rest of the world, well, they pretty much got that. Don't worry. It's going to take me 14 days now to figure out how to ask people for money. I probably should have seen this one coming, considering who I was asking money from. That's right, guys. No pressure. Just trying to save the world. That's it. If you could just help, that'd be great. Just has a lot of red. There's a hell of a lot of red. I don't know if anyone's seeing how bad it is. It's pretty bad. Okay. Panic meter. It's all the way up. We got a level 65 corona. Not too sure what that actually means. Actually, I do know what it means. 526 million people have died. 14 days to save the world. Excuse me? Oh. I don't want to say that everyone should have assumed the worst, but if you did, give yourself a pat on the back. To be fair though, like 86% of the world's population was healthy before the global collapse of society, so that's a good thing, but the realistic thing is they all probably went on to die, at least a high percentage of them. So sorry about that. Hey, look at that though, huh? Immune, 0.08%. That's pretty good. That's 0.08% of the population that's going to carry us on into this new era of just pure anarchy, I imagine. Alright, that's me dusting my hands of that utter humiliating defeat, because you can't remember. It's a brand new life, everyone. If you remember what happened 2 seconds ago, you're breaking NLR. Alright, I got this, okay? I just need to make it so no one on Earth dies. It's a lot easier than it's gonna go terribly. It's legitimately probably gonna go worse because I still have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, first things first, I should probably figure out how to go ahead and get the money first. So we'll get the funds flowing before we start popping down buildings. Didn't really help at all. Oh god. Okay, it's already begun. Alright, so I can't ask for money off America yet because they're not scared enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know, start spreading some propaganda. I can't really tell if it's going any worse than before, but I also can't tell if it's doing any better. Right, China, please be better than America. Give me some money. We've got a 45% chance, and I need it to save the world. I think you can understand this cause. Okay, China, I see how it is. All right, there's a lot of red. That panic meter's going up quite... I can see it ticking. I can see the panic going up quite literally. Hey, don't worry, guys. Famous YouTuber ISP here. Gonna save that. It went down. Oh, wait, no, it went up. I probably shouldn't have said that. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm not qualified for this at all.
What does any of this mean? What is this?
Is this black magic? Alright, I got no idea what I just threw in that little test tube. But hopefully it's nothing that if we breathe in is going to damage the world any further. I could quite literally be like brewing up Plague Round 2. The Black Death could be right here in my hand. Gonna be completely real with you. I don't know what it means still, but I got a little green tick on some of them, so I think something's right with it. We'll just have to keep testing, and hopefully the world's still there when we're done. Oh god, okay, before I actually got like a 20% success rate on this thing, it just went down. We've done something horribly wrong. Hey, why? Look at that, 19%. We're getting quite a few ticks on the board now. Okay, so we just gotta move other stuff around, and we might actually save the day here. And surprisingly, consider the fact that like 1 billion people have died. Kind of alright on the panicometer. I'm assuming we're fudging the numbers quite hugely right now. Hey, we're getting a few more ticks. I still have no idea what I'm doing. World is slightly devolving into pure anarchy, but you know what? Just gotta focus on the, whatever this, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, we unfortunately don't have a lot of time left. Panic's going up. Loads of countries have been overrun by anarchy, so we're just 31%, you know, 31%, yeah, we'll just take it. Oh, are you kidding me? I have to sell them the vaccine. I'm trying to save the world. As once again, we have figured out that the true disease of society is capitalism. Can't cure you, because you won't pay me, buddy. And I think if I actually had a good vaccine, which this one totally is, nothing wrong with it. It's definitely not just bathwater and a mix of chemicals combined that may or may not also have some side effects. We could go ahead and get the mandatory vaccination resolution, which would pretty much vaccinate everyone. But, yeah, I don't think we're going to be saving the world. I like how I'm begging for medical supplies off of people and then using said medical supplies and research points to sell them vaccines back. Some parts of this game just get my mind a little bit, you know, what's going on here? Average results. Vaccine we sold helped some individuals, but some part it wasn't really what I had in mind. The people are disappointed as they hoped that this permanent sixth vaccine would make the virus history. So it's crap. That's what you're telling me. My mix of chemicals in the bathwater didn't solve anything. Oh, well, you know what? You know what'll make up for it, Germany? You give me some money. Yeah, that'll make you feel better after I sold you that piece of crap. I think the world is, unfortunately, going to collapse. Well, a whole bunch of it has already collapsed, if you can't tell by the riots and the 2 billion dead people. But you know what? We tried. I don't want to spread misinformation, but you might want to look into this further. I think the person who developed this game is also actually donating a whole bunch of the money to help against coronavirus. If that's correct, that's really cool. Before you buy it, I'd recommend looking a bit more into it, because if it's not, kind of a scumbag game. Well, we cured 29% of people. Healthy 60%, 33% of the population of the Earth did die, though. Oops, I suppose. Right, well, that was COVID the outbreak, a game which lets you try and solve the problem of coronavirus, which, if you can't tell, didn't go too well for me. But whilst a lot of the buzz around what's going on in the world is currently dimming down, I do want to implore you guys to still be safe, most importantly, because it's very easy to get comfortable and back into our old routines, and this thing could come back at any moment. Watch out for your loved ones. Watch out for yourselves, and of course, watch out for me, you know, hit the like button, am I right? I'm just kidding, don't do that. But yes, I do actually hope you guys are all staying safe, and obviously, whilst it may look like this thing is going down and totally being under control now, it might not be. So I just want to make sure you're all good, make sure I'm keeping you guys entertained in these pretty crap times, and if there's anything else you'd like to see on the ISP channel, feel free to let me know. Other than that, just don't ever put me in a position of power in the real world, because it'll go just as well as this video did. Not very.